Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Paul. I'm a member of the North Georgia Musicians Group, and talking with Carrie, she thought that perhaps I might be able to share what I do when I do my live streams. I've been doing them for about 3 years now, and happy to say that over the years they've improved tremendously, and I've learned a lot. So kind of go over what I do and what works and what I think doesn't work. And so I'll be walking around here with my iPad doing the video here for you. But I do have my phone set up and it is streaming right now into a private session. One of the things about Facebook is you control the audience as long as you're streaming from your personal page. If you're streaming from a music page or any sort of business page, all those streams are automatically public. But on your personal page, you can make it just your friends. You can make it public. But more importantly, you can make it only you. And so you can fine tune your setup and no one is seeing what you're doing or hearing anything. And so you can go back and make adjustments and make things work a little better for you. My setup basically consists of an iPhone and a USB audio mixer and an adapter on my phone that allows me to plug that USB mixer into the phone and bypass the phone's microphone, and an HDMI output which allows me to connect my phone directly to my monitor in my studio so that I'm watching the stream as it goes out. There is very little delay. What I see on the screen is exactly what's happening in real time, a small delay maybe. Also, by monitoring on the big screen, I get to see all the comments and can read them from across the room, and it allows me to interact with my fans, which is something I think that's important when you're doing a live stream such as this. If you're doing something where you're sending something out from a club or some other kind of venue where you're not going to be able to interact with the audience, that's not too important. But the audio input is real important. The telephone microphones are not too bad. There are lots of outboard microphones that you can purchase that will plug directly into your phone. However, the problem with some of those, especially with the iPhones, are that you lose the ability to charge your phone up while you're doing your stream. So if you're doing an hour show or a 2-hour show like I do sometimes, you know, your phone will be dead long before the show is over. So having the adapter that I have allows me to charge it at the same time that all this other stuff is going on. And I'll walk you around and show you the whole thing. And take you on a little tour of the studio. Let me get around here in the corner and give you an overall shot so you can see what I have here. This is my room. You can see the monitor that I have right there. That's what I watch the stream on. And it is actually connected to my phone, which is on the tripod there. If I move into the picture, you should be able to see me. There it is. Now, I don't have any audio going there. I could, but it would be delayed somewhat. And I have a monitor speaker out here in the front that I use to hear myself. A good quality microphone. And then it goes into a mixer. In this case, this little Mackie board. And this board has a USB output. That USB output comes up to this adapter on my phone right here. Make sure you can see that. And you can see that it's got the lightning connector for power and the USB on the one end and the HDMI in the middle, which gives me the video output. That plugs into the phone. It's important if you do stuff like this to support these cables. I use little Velcro things here. Those cables will break really easy with all that weight, and or you can break the connector on your phone, so you need to be careful when you do that. So now you know I'm using the back camera on the phone. Its resolution is a whole lot better than the selfie camera, and it's also not reversed. So you can see here, this is what's coming on the phone right now. And the orientation of the video however you start your stream, that's how it will remain. So if you've got it in portrait mode, which I don't recommend, because people, when they watch these streams, they want to sort of get the full experience of being there. And having that little skinny vertical picture, I don't think is really that good. In this case, before I pushed the button that said go live, I turned my phone around and got it oriented the way I wanted it. Also, I did check my settings as far as the privacy of this video, and I have it set so that I'm the only one who can see it. And of course, there's nothing going on right now. So that's pretty much it. One of the things you'll notice if you watch some of my live streams is that there is no sound when I walk into the room or there's no background noise, there's nothing. It's dead silent. And only until I get up to the microphone do you hear anything. I do have a light, as you can see here, that I use. This Facebook or iPhone that I use, and a lot of phones are they get fuzzy when they don't have good light. And I'm using a 75 watt LED lamp bulb, basically. And I've put a paper towel over it to kind of soften it. And you can do that with an LED bulb because they don't get hot. I wouldn't recommend doing it with a regular light bulb. Excuse me. So that's pretty much it. If anybody has any questions, please message me. I'm going to post this video on YouTube so that everybody can get a look at it. And again, here's, whoops, I forgot, that's another thing. Make sure you put your phone on Do Not Disturb if you don't want to see any messages or have it ringing in the middle of your show. A lot of times if somebody tweets something and it's somebody that I follow, it'll send a little message up on top of the screen, and it's just kind of distracting. Another thing I have noticed is that I think sometimes you tend to try to follow the comments too closely at the expense of your performance. So I would just recommend that you be careful about that. I think that's about it. I don't know that there's anything else I need to tell you. You need to have good upload speed on your internet connection. And you can check that by going to speedtest.com or fast.com and seeing what your connection is on your phone. Your upload speed is much more important than your download speed because you are transmitting stuff. So you need at least, I would say, 8 to 10 megabits upload in order to get a good quality video. Facebook will degrade the video and make it blurry and just to keep the stream going, but it doesn't do the quality of your product any good. There's probably a million other things I could tell you, but if any questions come up or anything, please just holler at me on the group chat there, and I'll let you know. I do my live show every Tuesday evening at 7:30. I've been doing this. I think I got episode number 192 coming up this week. Since the quarantine, I have been doing 2 and 3 a week, trying to figure a way to arrange some electronic tips, which I've got set up, but difficult to collect. However, I think that this might be the future for a lot of us, and especially old folks like me who don't like to get out and drive too much. So anyway, this is it, Brutus Holler Studios. I'm Dr. Paul. I thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.